Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, and today we are making a remake of one of the very first soaps I ever made. It is scented with cinnamon essential oil. I colored it with cocoa powder because I made this soap for the first time before I got colorants. Let's get into making soap. So here is our oils and our lye water. Now I will pour the lye water right in. It's actually made with oat milk. It's kind of stringy. Pour that right in. And those chunks are the little oat bits that were in the oat milk. When I blend it, those blend down to be fairly smooth. Now we can blend it up. Now I'll spatula off the stick blender, and then we can split into the two containers for the two colors. I'm going to leave one color in the pitcher and the other will go in this bucket. They're both going to be scented with cinnamon essential oil. I probably should have mixed it in when it was all still in the pitcher, but I didn't. So now I'm going to pour in some into there and some into there. It looks like a teeny tiny amount because it is, because cinnamon essential oil, you'll use a teeny tiny amount so that it's safe on the skin. And now into this bucket I'm going to put in cocoa powder mixed with some oil. I made this soap before I got colorants, so I used cocoa powder to color it. Now we're going to blend up the color and essential oil. So this first one will be brown. Okay, now going back to the pitcher, I was going to leave this uncolored, but I'm debating whether I should put in some titanium dioxide so that it's a little bit lighter. We'll see. I'm going without the titanium dioxide. I'm going to blend this a little bit more and maybe give this a little bit of a blend as well, and then we will pour into the mold. Now I've spatulaed down the sides of everything, and now we can pour into the mold. I want to tip the mold a little bit. We're trying to do a zebra print since that was the attempted design the first time, but I blended way too much the first time, so it got really thick too fast. This is a little bit difficult to pour because I'm worried about letting it smash down on top of the previous layer while also trying not to get it everywhere. Before I do the final spatula down of everything, I'm going to tap this on the ground to try to get out some of the air bubbles. Okay, now to spatula everything for the final time, and then I will swirl the top, and then we'll set it aside to come back to cut it tomorrow. Now that I've spatulaed out the containers and gotten most of the soap into the mold, I am going to scrape down the edges with this chopstick and then swirl away in the middle. Actually, now that I've pushed the batter to the edges like that, I'm going to tap it down on the ground again, and then we can finish swirling. Now we can swirl. Okay, now we're done. It's a couple days later and we're going to cut the soap. So this is the oat milk soap. I've made this one before. This was a remake of one of the very first soaps that I did. Oops, I forgot to bevel the edges before cutting. Well, too late now because I've already gone through 2 of the corners. I'm testing recipes again. I thought that I found the recipe that I liked the most, and then I made changes, and now I don't know which one I like the most. And I don't know why I was just using my chin as a third pushing or a second pushing arm. Almost there. I like the sound of it. I don't think I could ever get the camera close enough to get the sound, but I love the sound of soap cutting. Oh my gosh, it's so good. It's so good. Ready? Ta-da! This zebra print turned out so much better than the first one. And the dark ring around the edges will even out. I don't know why it's so dark on the edges. And I can't remember whether the edges become the same color as the middle or the middle becomes the same color as the edges. Guys, it's been actually a really long time since I made soap. The last one that I made was the one that was supposed to be the troll soap. I love this zebra. It looks a lot better than I was expecting it to. Now I gotta wipe down these wires and then we can cut the little bit. Now for the little end of it. I'm also very, very happy with this one because there is a lot less air bubbles. For some reason, the cinnamon essential oil speeds up trace really fast. So it creates a few air bubbles. And I also find that my oat milk soaps seem to have more air bubbles. Last time the air bubbles were pretty much throughout the entire soap. This time, they're mostly on the edges. Like that one does have a little hole. See, this is what I mean by the air bubbles on the sides. But they're really, really small, so you really can't see it. Well, you can't see it anyways because the focus isn't working. Ta-da! We're done. The zebra print turned out much better than when I did it the first time. I really love this cinnamon and oat milk combination. I can't think of anything else I wanted to say. So, thanks for making soap with me today. I'll see you next time. Bye!